So I wanted to share with you, I'm going to dress up this ephemera that came in the Simply Stated Christmas Cheer 2024 Advent Calendar. And I'm going to do that by adding Stardust Stickles, Goldenrod Stickles, and Glossy Accents. So I thought I'd share it with you while I did it. Okay, now we're going to add some red stickles to all these little red dots that are in the sky in the snow globe. And now it's time to add the Stardust Stickles to all the snowballs that are inside our globes. Okay, now I'll give you a look at what it looks like with just the stickles in place. Looks pretty cool. I do want to add some crystal to the candle inside these light stands, so I'll do that now. The stickles adds a really unique effect to the snow globes and the light stands because it imitates that shimmer you naturally get when you shake a snow globe up. Okay, now it's time to begin the Glossy Accents journey. I'm going to cover the entire top of the light stand where glass would naturally be with the glossy accents to give it the look of glass over top of the candles inside. Okay, now it's time to hit the snow globes with our glossy accents. I'll need to make a little room here. One thing you do not want to do is touch any part of these things with even something else once you got the glossy accents on. Okay, I begin with outlining the area that I want to put the glossy accents on. This helps actually quicken the process because once you have the outline, it's super easy to fill in the glossy accents because it's self-leveling. It's just going to fill in where it needs to be. Okay, now it's time to switch to the big guy. The small little bottle that I refill with glossy accents is super for doing the outlines. It's a very thin line, so it's really nice and easy to clean them up if you make a mistake. But when you have a big area, you want to stick with the big bottle. It goes much faster. Now here's an important tip. You'll see I go off screen quite a bit, and that's because I constantly clean the nozzle, whether I'm using the little bottle or the big bottle. I have a wipe just up top. It's a dried makeup wipe that I use just at night to wash my face before bed. And so I let them dry out. They're perfect for cleaning up glitter and wiping the nozzles off of glue, and then they hit the garbage. But keeping the tip clean is going to be very helpful to keep the flow of the liquid continuously coming out. Okay, here's a close-up look at these beautiful little snow globes. They're so shiny and lovely, looks just like glass. Also, if you see little depressions, this little tiny bottle of Glossy Accents is perfect. With a small tip, it can fill in those little missed depressions very simply. And if you see any bubbles, if you tap it with the tip of that glue bottle, they'll be gone. Okay, I think I got all the little dimples out. He looks pretty solid now. And it's a little cloudy, but that's normal. It's going to be perfectly clear once it dries overnight. And I'll just give you a quick look at this light standard. Isn't it beautiful? And because it domes, it really gives the appearance of true glass. So on this one, I decided it looked kind of strange not to have it shiny at the bottom either. So I decided to fill in the bottom, but on this one, I'm actually going to try putting the shiny stardust on top of all the spots on here too, so it'll kind of make it look like it's entirely encased in glass. So once we have that done, then we can decide which one we like better. So again, I'm going to use my small one just to outline the whole thing, and then I'll use the big one to fill the rest in. This guy is so perfectly coated now, I'm afraid to get my hand inside there. Okay, that's all outlined. Now I'll finish filling in with the big guy. I'm just kind of moving the glossy accents around with the nozzle tip. When I go over a spot that I put the stickles down, I try to not push the nozzle down because I don't want to disturb the stickles. Up here where the stickles is kind of dried already, because I didn't put like big gobs of it. I put a little bit out the tip of the stickles and then I just touch down. It's not like it has a lot of glue to dry, so it dries up the top here pretty quick. And if you shift your head around in the light, you can see quite quickly if you missed a spot. It's going to look like it's got a depression. Glossy Accents is self-leveling, so it will fill in. That's why I went around the outside. I gave it an outline to fill into, and it actually goes quite quickly. I like the realistic look of using the glossy accents compared to just putting a shiny coat over the top, because I feel like it actually looks like glass when it dries. And I think putting the stickles is a part you wouldn't want to skip. Now this is about as big as surface as I would probably do this to, because let's face it, this is using a lot of glossy accents. The bigger snow globe, anything bigger than this, I would simply do a paintbrush technique where I just put a flat wash of glossy accents over it just to get a shine, but it's not going to make the jewel gloss like it was glass over top. It'll just look like a shiny surface. But I think to do the biggest snow globe, which is about, I'm thinking about 5 inches square, would probably take half a bottle of Glossy Accents, and I don't want to do it bad enough to put that much Glossy Accents down. Not only that, I don't think my hand could take it. All right, I think that's pretty much, oh no, I've got a little dimple right here. So it's really easy to see in the light when you have a little spot that you didn't quite cover. It is a very noticeable depression if you miss a spot. I will come back and show you the finished product when this has a chance to dry. I'm going to leave them sit for at least 24 hours and make sure that they are well cured before I attempt to move them around. I'll just try and get you a look under the light though. See that beautiful shimmery shine? And when it's dry, you'll really be able to see the glossy accents coming through. Or sorry, the stickles. Okay, I will be back when they're dry. All right, I wanted to come back and share the glossy accent items, so I just wanted to show you if you can see how that stickles comes through there. It's super shiny. It's beautiful. And here's the baby one. Well, not so baby, but babyer. That stickles really does look like it's got some stuff inside of a snow globe. I thought these guys turned out absolutely wonderful. So it looks like there's a candle glow inside there, and it's super shiny and glassy, just like an old street lamp. So they'll look wonderful on a card or however I plan to use them. All right, so that's making our embellishments just a little bit prettier. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderfully crafty day, everyone.